What is going on, everybody? This is Striker welcoming you back to Vlogmas 2018 day number 7 here. Now the topic I'm going to get to in just a moment, but if you've missed any of the previous videos, go ahead and go check those out. They're not related to one another if you've missed any of them, but they're still all within the kind of theme. You know, each day has a significance within that video. So day 12, I did something with 12. Day 11 did something with 11, etc. and onward. So now we're on to day number 7. So in today's video, I'm going to cover 7 reasons why you need a life coach. Easy enough. So I'm going to go through the 7 reasons, and then I'm going to tell you why this is a significant video for me, and then we'll take it from there. Sound good? Sound like a plan? Let's do it. So number 1, the first reason why you would need a life coach is having a life coach makes you more accountable. It gives you another support system and someone who's going to be able to help you set your goals and a manageable plan to do that. Now, a lot of us, we know what to do to achieve our goals. I have a lot of things that I want to do, and I know how to get to the end goal for a lot of them, but then you end up coming up with excuses or reasons as to why you didn't do it, and then you just kind of delay it off in the future and wait till the last minute for some cases, you know, if it's a time-sensitive thing. But having a life coach makes you more accountable because there's that extra person there to kind of help you set that action plan. You know, how long is it going to take to do this? All right, bam, we're going to do it by this date. How long does it take to do this? Bam, we're going to do it. And then you're able to rely on them to keep pushing you towards your goals. So that's number 1. That's why. You become more accountable when you have a life coach. So number 2, the second reason, would be having a life coach saves you time and gets you results faster. And the reason for that is because you don't have to kind of sit around and figure out everything on your own. You've got a sounding board and someone who's going to be able to work with you in order to create a plan for where you want to go. It could be something related to business. It could be something in your life. You know, say, I want to be able to run a marathon by 2020. So then we would need to create a plan in order to achieve that. Now, the reason why it gets you faster results is because you outline it. You outline everything, and you have that other person relating back to that first step to keep you accountable to that, to make sure that you're following your results and keep pushing you on towards your next goal. And that also saves time, as you don't have to worry about, well, what if I get stuck halfway through my process? It's one of those things where, like, I need to go from point A, which is I don't run at all, to point B, I want to run a marathon. You got to figure out what's in the middle, and sitting around trying to figure out what's in the middle will definitely delay you and kind of push those results off further and further in the future. So having a life coach to be able to help you to set that whole plan in motion, that's going to save you time, and that's going to get you to where you want to be a lot quicker. Now, number 3, having a life coach saves you money, which is kind of interesting in concept because it's one of those things that in order to have money, you have to spend money, that kind of deal. So obviously coaching services aren't going to be free. There are some coaches that do offer free services, free consultations. Some people just coach other people for free sometimes, depending on the situation or whatever. But it saves you money in the long run because you don't have to worry about spending your money on a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I'll use an example here. So say you want to be much more fit. You want to be healthier, you want to eat healthier and everything like that. So you go online and you find like a P90X program, and then you get a gym membership, and then you go ahead and you buy some supplements, and then you buy some other supplements, and then you buy this protein stuff that you're supposed to put in your shakes, and then you buy all of these special vegetables and stuff like that to make those shakes, to put the protein powder, but then you need some sort of special milk in order to put with it, and your cost just keeps adding up and up and up. But if you talk to a coach and are able to figure out what the best concise plan of action is, it's going to save you money because you don't have to worry about spending everything and see what works and then go from there. You already have someone who knows what works. This isn't applicable in all situations, but that's just one of the ways that it would save you money. Or if you're trying to start a business, you don't have to worry about doing everything in between. You can just go, this has worked for a whole lot of people, let me focus on this, instead of spreading out to all of these other avenues, spending money on all these other avenues, and then ending up still stuck where I'm at. So moving on to number 4, having a life coach saves you stress, pain, and frustration. It's kind of one of those things that a lot of people get caught in their own headspace. I know I do it to myself all the time, where you just kind of get stuck in your own thought process and you just can't get to point B. It's, I want to do this, but I have no freaking clue how to do it. So you start freaking out and you start overworking yourself, and then you just go, forget it. I'm not even going to try, right? You get frustrated. And then obviously there's some pain from that if it's something that's really important to you and you just keep pushing it off in the future. You know, there's no better time than now to start taking care of it. So having someone to be able to help break things down, get you from point A to point B and everything like that, it's going to save you all that stress of trying to figure everything out. You know, you're not doing it alone. A life coach is going to be there all the time. Usually the way that it works is it's based off of an agreement. A lot of coaches do it. We'll talk once weekly. Some people do it twice weekly, maybe every other week, once a month, depending on the person and their needs. If it's a really, really long-term goal, you're not going to need to talk to that person every single week. You know, you can potentially do it once a month and make sure they're still sticking on that same path. So in the end, it saves you all that stress of just having to go in and do it alone. Make sense? I think it does. Moving on to number 5, having a life coach gives you ideas that you might never have thought of. So this just goes with the whole idea of having that support system there. If you have no idea or never even thought about that, then how would you ever have gotten to that in the first place? You know, having that other person there as a soundboard and as a life coach, they're able to help break down what you're actually looking for as well. And then a lot of coaches do their own research to try to help you even further beyond their own experience. So if they give you an idea, there's like, you know, let's brainstorm, let's come up with a couple of ideas here. What if you try this? And then you go, oh crap, I never even thought about that. And then that ends up being a super successful means of achieving whatever you want. I don't have a specific example, but it's just another means of a sounding board, another support system there and everything to keep bringing out fresh ideas and fresh thoughts in order to get you to where you're going. Yes? Moving on to number 6. Having a life coach gives you insights into yourself. So a life coach typically will be able to kind of learn your speech pattern and your behavior pattern, and they'll point out little nuances. One of those things that, like, for me, I know I am really great at crafting excuses and reasons, but logical reasons, not, I was tired. Well, I'll just do that tomorrow because, you know, I'm just not really feeling it today. I'll come up with a super specific issue, you know, like, you know, I went to work, I ended up coming home in a bad mood. I didn't drink enough water throughout the day, so I was really, really dehydrated. It made me over the top exhausted. By the time I ate, it really just, it made me sick. So I tried to just chill out a little bit, but I never really got back. And then I started getting tired a little bit early, and then that just made me feel even worse. So by the time I laid down, I was sore from just being all pent up all day. You see how easy it is to stack these things up on one another. I know this is a toxic trait in myself, and I'm working really hard on trying to fix it, but a life coach is going to be able to kind of point that out. Like, if they notice something, they're going to say something about it, because the best way to communicate with one another is, well, to communicate with one another. So, you know, it helps give you more insight into yourself, and it gives you feedback for things that maybe have worked for you in the past. You know, if it's something like, well, that can't happen, that's not going to work, but it did work this last time, so why don't we try that? You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit conceptual to kind of think about, but that's kind of the gist I'm trying to get across there. And then number 7, having a life coach gives you a stronger sense of belief and self-confidence. When we're achieving things that we're trying to go for, we end up being more confident in ourselves. Whether that's something like, for me, I'm trying to straighten my teeth. I've done a great job because I've been using my aligners to straighten my teeth. I did a vlog about that, like, I don't know, 5 months ago at this point. I think I'm in my last month of aligners, right? No, I'll be starting my last month of aligners this upcoming Monday. But nonetheless, this is a goal. This is going to give me self-confidence just physically speaking. But when you're achieving things that you want, you're going to be more confident in yourself because you're going to want to keep this train rolling, you know? And you're going to believe that once you set out something in the future, if you've already been able to achieve all this other stuff, then I'm going to believe that I can actually get there to that point and be able to achieve what I'm looking for. So the more that you work with a coach, the more you're going to believe in yourself, and the more you're going to be confident in yourself to be able to go out and achieve what you want. It's not one of those things where you look back when you're in your 70s and you go, man, I really wanted to do this. I really wish I would have done that. By the time I get to my 70s, I want to be like, damn, I did a freaking good job getting to this point. Let's keep going. Because I'm the kind of person that always likes to have something to drive towards. Whether it's something small, like, you know, I just want to get to the end of the day. If you're at work and you're having a horrible day or whatever, you know, I just want to get to the end of the day. That's something to drive for. Or if it's for me, right now, I want to clear out all of my external hard drive, which has just about 2 terabytes of files in it that I have to edit for the Fortnite 400 series. I think it's a great series. I love doing it. It's a little tedious and time consuming, but it gives me something to work towards, you know? You know what I'm saying? So the more you do it, the more you achieve, the more you're going to believe in yourself. Also, if you think about it, just I guess conceptually speaking, think about some of the best people in the world at what they do. Like LeBron James, right? Fantastic basketball player. I'm not going to go into a debate of who's better, all right? But LeBron James is a fantastic basketball player, right? But he's always had a coach. He's always had someone to kind of guide him and lead him, because just that outside perspective is going to help in the long run versus you just trying to do everything on your own. Also, Big Daddy Bill Gates, I'm sure you've heard of the name before, he says everyone needs a coach. It doesn't matter whether you're a basketball player, a tennis player, a gymnast, or a bridge player. Bridge is a card game. I had to read that off my monitor because I didn't want to memorize that and misquote him by any means. I don't remember what this was in reference to, but this is a direct quote from Bill Gates. He's had a coach his entire life, and look at where he's gotten. One of the richest people to ever walk the face of the earth. So, if it works for those people, I'm sure it works for everybody else. So the reason why I went over this in today's video is because recently I became a professional life coach. I have 30 hours of coach-specific training. This isn't just me self-declaring I'm a coach or anything like that. There is further training and further learning that I want to do as I continue onward in this, but this also gives me the opportunity to open my own business as a life coach. So, I guess hashtag ad, plug, whatever. If you or anyone you know may be interested in coaching, let me know in the comment section down below, or send an email to coachstriker@gmail.com. That's just like my name on the channel, but the word coach in front of it. coachstriker@gmail.com. The only caveat is I'm only coaching individuals who are adults. All of the preliminary stuff and all of that coaching stuff, I'll give you more information if that's what you want. If you want to just have an initial consultation, I do all consultations and everything free. I do a lot of coaching that's free. I'm trying to get myself to be able to work towards something, to work towards a career, and that's part of the whole coaching thing. Okay, sorry, I had to stop the recording. I hate advertising for myself. I hate plugging myself, but it is what it is. I just have to get it out there. So look, for real, if you or anyone that you know, parents, friends, family, whatever, might be interested in coaching, shoot me an email or put a comment down in the comment section below. But that's the reason why I want to talk about this, because this is my next venture. I really don't particularly want to return back to working 40 hours a week for somebody else when I could help people directly myself, instead of having to worry about, you know, I do something, it's got to be transformed 86 times before it reaches the general consumer or whatever I ended up doing. I want to be able to help people, and I didn't want to go to school for 20, 30, 40 years just to end up hating what I did. But coaching, I think, is a great way of me being able to talk person to person, creating a plan for whatever they want, and getting them to that plan. All right, I've got 30 hours of training. I'm not just off the street. I'm not trying to push some vitamins or something. Take my magic pill and you'll be fine. That's not it, all right? It is what it is. It's really awkward to try to push myself as a business, but that's what I'm going to have to do here, and that's how I'm going to end the video. So I appreciate you guys for watching. If you're not interested in coaching services, by all means, just continue onwards. That's fine. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and I know that not everyone's going to be able to speak with me and want to continue on a coaching relationship. That's totally okay too. I understand that I'm not the be-all end-all fix for everybody's life, right? I get that. You do you, I'ma do me, and we're going to coexist together. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you all next time.